Hello, my name is Jessica Skipper. In this video today, we're going to talk about behavior management system and tools that you can use in your classroom. Behavior management is very important as it makes an impact on students' learning as well as your teaching. In the video, I am also going to have Hannah Reagan, a child development teacher at Palmetto Bays Elementary School, talk to you about the system that she uses in her classroom and why behavior management classroom is important as well.
Hello, my name's Hannah, and I'm a teacher at Palmetto Bays Elementary School. I teach child development, and in here it's very important to me that I create a positive environment for my students. That includes the behavior management systems I use. I like to use systems that teach positive reinforcement so students are rewarded for doing positive behaviors, and that will encourage other students to want to do those positive behaviors. My behavior management system is called BAMS, which stands for Big Awesome Moments. When students have a big awesome moment, I tell them to go get a BAM, and I tell them why they're earning that BAM. And a BAM is just a pom-pom that they put in their pocket, which has a picture of their face on it so they know which pocket is theirs. At the end of the week, I try to set aside some time so that we can do treasure box. If they have 5 BAMs by the end of the week, they earn treasure box. And if they have 10, they earn 2 treasure boxes. It's important to me to also have students count out their BAMs so they can make a connection of I have earned and I now am able to receive. Some other tools that I use when we're just in the hallway or transitioning and I don't necessarily need to give a BAM for the behavior but really like what other students are doing, I'll say, "Oop, I like what this child is doing," and that will encourage the other students to want to have their name recognized, and they will correct their behaviors to do the correct thing and to follow the procedures that they have been taught to do. I also like to do this during centers. If students are off task and I need them to be on task doing their work, I will point out students who are doing positive things. And if they end up getting a BAM because they are continuing to do their positive actions, then they will go get a BAM exactly when that behavior occurs. Over here is our BAMS chart. As you can see, I have pictures of all of my students on this chart. Down here at the bottom are the extra pom-poms or BAMs. So when a student earns a BAM, they come and they grab a BAM from the bottom pocket and find their picture and put it in their pocket. And then when it's time for treasure box, I pull out my little treasure box. They'll come up and find their picture. They'll pull out all of their BAMs, and for every 5, they earn 1 item. And then any extra items will go back into their pocket to continue building for next week. That is how we can use positive reinforcement within our classroom to help with behavior management. I do have some tips that would help you in the future. If you're going to use a reward system, make sure you are consistent. Don't favoritize or be biased towards students in their acts and not reward all students for the same action. I will also say, though, to keep in mind each goal of your students. Some of my students are working on taking off their jackets by themselves, and they are rewarded. But if this is a skill that your student came into the classroom knowing, it might not be a skill that you have to reward. And you don't always have to reward the skill once your student has mastered that skill or procedure. I would also suggest that when you do use a behavior management system at the beginning of the year to introduce it, you introduce it through simple skills and procedures, and it will put pride in your students to follow the procedures and to want to earn the positive reinforcement tool.